Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to chapter 10 of the Art of Creative Thinking. My name is Michael Montero, and chapter 10 starts with the title that says, Listen for Ideas. Give us grace to listen well. That was John Cable. You hear not what I say to you, said the Lord Chief Justice to Shakespeare's Falstaff. Very well, my lord, very well, replies the irrepressible old rogue. Rather, if you will excuse me, it is the disease of not listening, the malady of not making, that I am troubled with. Poor listening ability is a common affliction, but creative thinkers do not suffer from it. Although we know very little about Falstaff's creator, we can at least surmise with some confidence that he was a good listener. What constitutes such a rare beast as a good listener? First, a good listener will have curiosity, that all essential desires to learn. That requires a degree of humility, or rather humility, the key to have an open mind. For if you think you know it all, or at least if you believe you know more than the person to whom you are talking, you are hardly inclined to listen. Hitler was an appallingly bad listener. For what very reason, or for that very reason? Having an open mind does not guarantee that you will buy the idea, proposition, or course of action being put to you, but it doesn't, or it does mean that you are genuinely in the marketplace for new ideas. You will buy if the price is right. The next requirement is to control your analytical and critical urges. For your first priority is to grasp fully what the other person is actually saying. Especially if it is new and therefore a strange idea to you. Have you a clear picture of it in your mind? A hearer only hears what the other person is saying. A listener discovers the real import of their words. The act of comprehension then should come before the process of analysis and evaluation. Until you are clear about what is being said or suggested, you are in no position to agree or accept. One of the most creative listeners I have come across was Lord Roy Thompson of Fleet. In his autobiography, Long After 60, 1975, he had his to say about his policy of being a listener. In my office, I have always made myself accessible. I have always insisted upon this, to the extent often of not allowing my staff or not waiting for them to vet strangers who came to see me before permitting them to come into my office. It is surprising the things that have sprung from this. The surprising things I've learned. I'm always curious, always hopeful. I still often duck out of an office meeting to see what some visitors looks like and to find out what he wants. Likewise, I take quite a few telephone calls if my secretary happens to be busy, all out of the room for the moment. I have told the switchboard that if there is not one of my personal staff to answer a call, to put it straight through to me. I did not want any information or opportunity to go elsewhere just because no one could take a call. I try to make friends wherever I go. And it is my fond belief that I usually succeed. The way I look at it, everyone has an idea. And 1 in a dozen may be a good idea. If you have to talk to a dozen of people to get one good idea, even just the glimmering of an idea, that isn't wasteful work. People are continually passing things on to me because I have given them to believe that I will be interested. I might even pay for it sometimes. Usually, when it least expected, sometimes comes up that is touched with gold. Roy Thompson was full of questions on every subject. His interest was like a perennial spring. It flowed from the hope that the companion of the moment might add information to some current concern, or even reveal some world which Roy had not so far entered. He personified the Turkish proverb, listening requires more intelligence than speaking. And that leads us to our key points. Number 1, a childlike curiosity and an open mind, backed up by a sharp analytical skill and a sensitive judgment, are the essential prerequisites for being a good listener. Point number 2, your priority must always be to achieve a grasp of the nature and significance of what is being said to you. As questions to elicit the full meaning, understanding came before evaluation. Point number 3, listening for ideas, however incomplete and ambiguous, as well as for potential relevant fact and information. Key point number 3 leads us to our chapter 11, which says leading to generate ideas. With me here, I'm biting my cookies, Porepole, which was a gift by one of our clients, Nelly. Thank you so much. See you in chapter 12. Boom.